everybody, and welcome back to Islandish podcast. It's an absolute pleasure to have you guys tuning into the show. I am your hostess, Yami Swin, favorite side on the plate. Pleasure to have you guys tuning in this evening for our first-time viewers, and we are here with the beautiful, crowned, traveled, international title holder, Tatyana Lockhart. Hey! It's so good to have you here, girl.
It is amazing to be here.
It's nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Glowing.
It's
Listen, I know Tati. If you from Grand Bahama, you know Tati. But this Tatyana, okay?
Ouch.
This Miss Lockhart to you, okay? Queen Lockhart. And you are the 2025 World Imperial Beauty Miss.
Yes.
Said it correctly. Wonderful. And you have a wonderful platform that you pushed. You traveled, you represented the Bahamas, and you won a title, which is not an easy thing to do. Fellow pageant queen, high five to you. We win crowns in Grand Bahama.
Right.
That's what we do.
And we do.
So tonight we're going to talk all about Miss Tatyana Lockhart. She's going to tell us a little bit more about her journey in pageantry, what she plans to do with her title, and also let you guys get to know her a little bit more and why you should support her as our Miss World Imperial. Now, Tati, how did it start? How did you first enter or decide to go into pageantry?
Okay. So, it started off as a joke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because, you know, I was always a big sports girl. I played a lot of sports.
Yes.
And my friend one day came to me and was like, you so pretty, like, but you would never make it modeling or doing pageantry. And I was like, all right, bet. Like, I can show you, like, the joke can be on you. And
Right.
here I am today.
Okay, I love that. So before you traveled and competed in this pageant and won this title, what or how did you start in terms of your first time modeling, your first time doing pageantry? How did that journey begin?
So my first time actually doing anything pertaining to heels, I actually modeled for Miss Tanya Hippolyte for Phase 242. Yeah.
Nice.
And then I participated in many of Daryl's shows,
Yes.
which is amazing with the
Big
Kings
ups to Daryl
Yep,
Stubbs.
with the Kings and Queens project. So between them two and then me just getting pushed on by Stefan with training, learning how to do makeup by Stefan as well. And then now I ventured into World Imperial Beauties with Miss Deborah and Tatyana Dixon.
Nice.
So those are who I am under right now. And then I became World Imperial Beauties Miss 2025 under Miss Patrina.
I love that. So this has been how long in terms of how many years of a journey this has been?
5. I started in 2020. Yep. As soon as I came back home from my associate's degree, I started to start modeling.
Lovely, lovely. So what was your passion or what was your platform?
My platform, and will forever be my platform, is anything to do with the ocean.
Okay.
So I'm really big on marine ecosystem conservation. I need people to be more aware of their surroundings and more aware of what they're doing on our beaches because it affects everything that we actually help sustain the Bahamas with, because, you know, fishing here is our second largest industry after tourism. So if you don't protect the ecosystems for the fish, then we will have no fish. And then that's all the jobs gone again.
Right.
And we are already struggling as a nation.
And it does trickle into tourism as well because they enjoy our waters too. So that's a very powerful platform. What made you or why the passion for marine biology? See, I know these answers already, but I want to say it.
I saw a turtle stuck with the plastic from the soda cans stuck around its neck. And from then I was like, I really want to stop. Like, I want to try my best to combat pollution in our oceans because we need our marine environment.
Okay, and you study marine currently?
Yes, I do. So I obtained my associate's degree at BAMSI in Andros back in 2020. And then COVID hit, so I took a little break, and now I'm a junior studying marine biology with a minor in sustainability at the University of Bahamas currently.
I love that. I love that. Oh, and my girl is a boat captain, y'all. Don't sleep. Don't sleep. Diver, boat captain, all of these things. And you're also an athlete.
Yes.
Talk about that a little bit.
So my passion was always sports.
Okay.
I felt like I used that as my go-to release when there's like always something bothering me. And currently I play more flag football than anything, which was not my usual, but I grew to actually enjoy playing the sport. I started off as QB and I'm now a receiver, being a second QB on our team. And now we have nationals
Yes,
coming up.
coming
I go
up.
to Nassau next week to play a Nassau team that won. So I'm excited for that as well.
Nice, nice, nice. She a little modest, but trust me, my girl, she bad and flags. She used to play basketball, like anything with a ball, and she gets to run and catch it.
Right.
Tiny more than likely one plays. So that's just the way
Right.
it's go. But we're gonna talk a lot more about pageantry in this because a lot of persons don't realize that pageantry is a lot more than just looking beautiful
Yes.
and walking nice and wearing fancy clothes. So talk about your pageant experience being in Grand Bahama and working with the different pageant managers and coaches that you have.
So far working just like with everyone in Grand Bahama, it's been a really smooth experience for the most part compared to other pageant stories I've heard from other people around the world. So they make it very easy for us here. They make sure we like have all our garments, make sure everything is in place for travel. So one big issue that not issue, but a wall that we tend to hit as beauty queens or beauty kings here in the Bahamas for sure is sponsorship.
Right.
Because our economy is not doing as great as it used to be. And a lot of people don't realize that pageantry is more than being pretty. Obviously, you have to have education to actually speak on stage, which is like my biggest fear. So me doing this right now is very intimidating.
I love it.
Nice.
You're doing good,
It's
girl.
doing good, yeah.
You're doing good.
So sponsorship is a big thing when it comes to pageantry because it is so expensive. So to be able to have that backing and support from my community was like really good for me.
I love that. I love that. So another thing I want us to touch on as well when it comes to pageantry is the beauty with a purpose part of pageantry, which is, from my experience, being former Miss Teen Bahamas 2011, hi T. That was something that was always pushed here in Grand Bahama as well as in New Providence. Like, it's fine to just be beautiful, but who are you uplifting? What are you doing in your community? So what are some of the things that you have done or now or planning to do with your title in the Grand Bahama community?
Well, I love kids.
Okay.
Everything is about the children to me because I feel like once you grow them up in a foundation that they'll flourish better with backing. So one thing that I've always done, I think you know this, is help out with the camp when I could, Shockwave. And then I would help sometimes with kids who don't know how to swim because I'm a fish.
Right.
And then we have a Keeping Grand Bahama Clean community here. I love to help them as well with the beach cleanups and stuff like that. Anything to do backing the kids here or the community, I love to be a part of. So if you guys ever have something for me to do, just say the word and I'm there.
And Taddy pulling up. I love that. I love that. Because the children are really important. And I feel like that's where a lot of the influence happens, especially as a pageant queen. A lot of young kids, especially young girls, love the fact that you're so nice and pretty and have a nice crown. And it's someone that they can really look up to. So as it relates to sponsorships and people who you think should lean towards pageant queens as sponsors, what are some of the things you could bring to a company that would be looking for you to sponsor? Because I know you would be a good influencer and a good, face of the company. But what other things you'd be able to help the company do?
In terms of what?
Okay, I give you an example. So, like with me, I used to be a pageant girl. So, and this is game for everybody in pageantry. The best way for you to sell it sometimes is to be like, okay, if you sponsor me and I actually win for the entire year, you don't have to pay me to be in photographs.
Like ads and stuff, yeah, for sure.
I could be a free model for you. If you have an event, I could be a free volunteer, especially if it's a community-minded event.
Okay.
So it's almost like you investing in an influencer or someone of influence in your community who will always be able to back and support your company. Okay. And use wear white and blue, wear RBC, wear come on, like what y'all doing? Get
UV Mangoes, yeah.
Hi, UV Mangoes. Hi, hello. Right.
But
yeah.
So I actually had a similar experience with the Fitness Connection.
Love it.
AKA Fit Chicks. I love Alex. So what they did, in order to sponsor me, they actually told me that I had to do like certain amount of ads or certain amount of posts per day.
Right.
And then after that, me and her gelled so much. It's like whenever she need a model, I am there.
Right.
Like she knows she could always call on me. So that was always a good thing. And then with pageantry, you always make connections.
Right. Yes.
So like that was a really big connection for me. So that also promoted me to go to the gym more.
Right.
Because who doesn't want to go to the gym and look cute?
Right. Outfits got to be snatched.
Right.
The body got to be teed.
Right.
I love that. So my next question as it relates to pageantry and your improvement as a person. How did pageantry help you in terms of with self-esteem and confidence and different things like that?
Whew. Okay, so my self-esteem wasn't the best going into pageantry. I was always like the awkward sports girl.
Right.
When I wasn't in my books, I was on the court or I was in the swimming pool. And if I wasn't, I was like sleep. Sleep is my favorite thing to do.
Okay.
I love sleep. But it built my confidence like a lot. When I started this journey back in 2020, I did not know what a pair of heels were.
Okay.
And now I am comfortable wearing 6-inch platform heels on any stage, any type of sediment, because we had shows where we had to walk in sand.
Right.
So that was very interesting, but it was a great experience. So confidence building was a very big thing with my pageant journey, along with, like I said, meeting a lot of new people. I love to meet new people and learn about different cultures. So this pageant that I recently participated in was tremendous because I met girls from Sweden, Great Britain, like places you wouldn't even think would compete.
Yeah.
And it was like really nice for me. Like Jamaica was like amazing.
Nice.
Yes.
So that's really good. And that's one of the things I feel that gets distracted in the glitz and glam of pageantry. Like you mentioned, it's the connections you're able to build, the experience you get to have, and the repertoire you build throughout the entire pageant experience. So what was it like traveling and staying? Because how long were you away competing in the pageant?
So the pageant lasted about 4 days.
Okay.
But I was there from like a week and a half before.
Of course.
Yes, just to de-stress, settle in, and do something that I've never done. I'm scared of heights. So my friends came down from Cali and we went to Universal. I'm never trusting her again because she carried me on the biggest ride there was, which was the Velocicoaster.
The Velocito.
No.
Never again?
No.
But it's a good experience.
But after that, it brought me into it with a more calm state compared to like when I am competing here. And it's just like, okay, you go from your everyday life straight into the pageant, like weekend. Right. That is like a really big thing. Like I feel like you should be able to relax first and then conquer the goal.
I love that. Okay. So next question, because I know we have a commercial break coming up. Next question would be, when it comes to the modeling and the pageantry and the outfits, have you ever been in a position where you had to wear something that you were uncomfortable with or something that you felt wasn't age appropriate?
I actually grew the concept of, if you want to be a model, whatever they put you in, you wear. Like you rock it. So I've never been uncomfortable. It's been a little itchy or something like that, but like to say uncomfortable where I was not comfortable to walk in it, no.
Okay, good. Because I know, especially a lot of parents, I know for me, when I did pageantry, my dad, he was not always comfortable, with certain things that I had to wear. But when I did, I was more on the teen side.
Oh.
So one thing I could say, especially in the Bahamas, when it's teen, they try to keep it as PG
as possible.
Yeah. When it's
I started
a teen
as an
pageant. Yeah, so you did more of the 18 and over pageantry.
Yes.
And that's the difference a lot of parents need to know, that when it's age appropriate, they keep it in the age appropriate category. But then when you get to 18 and over, it is adult. So you are going to sometimes end up wearing things that are a bit adult.
Yes.
And if it's not for you, that's fine too. All right, so we're going to take our first commercial break. And then when we come back, we're going to continue this amazing conversation with the lovely Queen Lockhart.
Hi everybody, I'm Jason.
And I'm Cheryl. Join us here on Superior Talk Bahamas YouTube channel every Tuesday at 6 for Let's Talk,
where we talk about issues that matter to you. We try to come up with workable, practical solutions so we have more action and less talk.
See you on Tuesday.
So we are back with Islandish Podcast with the lovely Tatyana Lockhart. So Tati, with pageantry here in Grand Bahama, how fierce is the competition?
It depends on the age group, for sure. What I have realized is that teen divisions, junior teen divisions, are way more fierce than the Miss and like older.
Right.
Because a lot of people think, hey, once you're out of high school, you don't really need to compete in pageants, which I think is wrong.
Yeah.
Because pageants you could use pageants all the time for so much character building. And in my age group right now, this is the time to build connections. So the more connections you build, the better you have a better way of gliding through the competitions as you go.
Okay, that's true. And to add to your point, I feel like pageantry is one of the few things that is still, and big ups to Daryl, Dominic, Stefan, everybody in the pageant community here in Grand Bahama was really keeping it alive. It is a great builder for young people. And I love to see the fact that they're adding more young men to it as well. Because in my day, it was literally only just the girls.
Yeah, they just thought that it didn't really concern them.
Exactly. People are afraid of the homosexual connotations that come with pageantry sometimes. And we're going to have a real conversation about it. But a lot of times, a lot of the young men, especially in our community who are involved, they are very heterosexual young men. Very handsome looking handsome. Like the facts is the facts.
Right.
And they go off and they perform and they do extremely well, and it builds good opportunities for them, whether it's for brand deals, modeling, scholarships, going off to school. And it's free money from your genes.
Like free money to smile, like.
Yeah, like a lot of times, like, and that's the thing about it too. Like, someone who's athletic, you have your athletic skills. No one could take that away from you. So if you're tall and fit and beautiful, no one could take that from you as well. So why sleep on your gift when you could use that in something like pageant and modeling to make money and possibly make a future and help you propel yourself?
Indeed.
So I love the fact that you were able to do both. You tapped into the athletic side, but it's like, I still pretty though. So tap into that side too. You use all the tools.
I had to show the doubters. I had to.
Right. So is that something that propels you and keeps you motivated? The fact that when sometimes people doubt you?
Yes, for sure.
Why?
Because I feel like if you don't have no haters, you ain't popping. So, like, if you doubt me, I'm going to prove you wrong, like, for every time. Because once I put my mind to doing something, I'm going to get it done. I say I can do it in 5 minutes, 30 minutes, but I can get it done.
At some point, you can get it.
I'm going to get it done.
I love that. Very determined. I like that. Man, Tati, look, you just glowing. I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of you, girl. But anyway, moving on. My next question would be, as it relates to you now winning an international title, what is it like working with companies or corporations like this who are not in your country?
So far, it's been really like smooth. So we get like we get emails.
Okay.
We have a WhatsApp group with all the other queens from the different age groups, along with the director, Miss Petrina. Shout out to Miss Petrina. She is doing an amazing job. And then we just have conversations every now and then. She'd like, every time we post on our platforms for the international titles, she'll share it to the main page and stuff like that. So it's a really smooth journey with her. Yeah.
Okay, I like that. So what is it like balancing this international title? You're also in college. And
Also
you're
working.
also working, also playing sports.
Right.
What's it like managing all of these different things at a pretty young age?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna tell them what you is.
Right.
Stay business.
Please. So it becomes difficult sometimes. Like if I lose track of time, it's really bad. So I'm trying this new thing where I schedule my days out by the hour. Instead of like just writing out a schedule for the week, like, okay, I have this, and this. No, we do it 8 to 9, you do this. 9 to this, you do that. So if you don't finish in that time, you have to come back to it.
Right.
It's like, I'm trying to learn discipline now, and it's been working okay. It's a bit of an adjustment, getting up early sometimes, going to sleep late sometimes, but it is all worth it in the end because I get to learn and experience so much things in my young adult life, which I am enjoying.
I like that. So do you think that pageantry is what's causing you to have to be more disciplined with your time because you have this title, or you felt like it was going to be inevitable with everything you have going on?
I just think the time management was inevitable just because of how much I know I want to accomplish by a certain time.
Okay.
So the time management, the title just sped up the process.
Okay.
So I'm now trying to like balance out everything. Like how she sent us our whole schedule for like the rest of the year. I'd be like, okay, I'll do this at this time, this at this time, instead of like just winging it, because I had a really big thing on procrastination. I would procrastinate for everything. So now I'm trying to be an adult.
I love that. Yes, grow
I'm
up.
trying to be an adult and actually like schedule and time manage better, and it's going really well.
I love that. Bloom, baby. Bloom, bloom, bloom. Grow up. I like this. Okay, so with that being said, and with you, that was going to be my question. Why should young people in Grand Bahama work with or reach out to the King and Queens Project as someone who's been a part of it?
The experience alone is remarkable. Daryl always makes you feel like you're in a family. So it is not really a competition. It is more so of he makes it family oriented. We have tea parties together. He'd always pop up and say, hey, let's do like a game night or like a movie night. He always makes everyone feel included. So that is a very big thing because, you know, in some other pageant industries, they make everybody, like, they make it known who their favorites are.
And they make it competitive.
And they make it very competitive. Daryl does not do that, like,
Okay.
at all. So to reach out to him to gain more confidence, he makes sure that you feel confident. Confidence, he teaches you etiquette, and he teaches you speech. So getting in contact or, like, getting to do something like that should be, like, a really nice opportunity and experience.
I like that. And that's really important because Lord knows I've been in some pageant programs. And I wouldn't say they have favorites, but they do push competition. And they do push the fact that, yeah, y'all could be friends, but this competition night,
Right.
da, 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 da,
Like, yeah,
you
no
need
talking.
to be, why y'all
Like, why we
laughing up
can't
on
talk?
Right, like, why y'all laughing up at each other?
Right.
It's time to get serious, man. It's
Like,
like
nobody can see that on stage. Like, you
Yeah.
shouldn't make girls fair talking to each other backstage the night of. That gets rid of the jitters.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of pageant industries, like, a lot of pageant organizations do not understand that. If you allow the girls to gel, your whole production becomes, like, better as a whole, to be
Yeah.
honest, because the ice is already broken. So it makes the girls be themselves. I truly believe being unique and being yourself is the number one priority.
Yes, 100%. Because, child, anyway, I can talk about this because that pageant program ain't even a thing no more. This was internationally. It wasn't in the Bahamas, but I traveled internationally to compete in a pageant before. This was in a Spanish-speaking country. The entire pageant was in Spanish. Like, the people interviewing me was Spanish. When I answer, I had to have a translator translate what I say. So I ain't even sure he translating and saying
Within-
everything I said to make sure I win. And it was only like 3 of us who spoke English only. And it was 27 countries.
Ooh.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, and then like some of the girls who was trying to help us, they was translating it wrong on purpose. Backstage, people was bleaching each other gowns. Like, it was bad. Like, this was,
Why?
because it was a lot of money back then.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot of money on the table, and a lot of girls, like, they representing their whole village.
yeah.
And they come in to win.
Yeah.
So it's a different environment. So I'm happy you're a part of a good one, and that's something I would always congratulate Daryl those on. Like, they find international programs that are good.
Yeah.
That really focus on empowerment and uplift and are run by people with a little bit of integrity that knows how to handle not just women but young children especially. So big ups to them for that. I given Daryl them all type flowers. Daryl don't
Right,
need
like
to-
Miss Dixon, I mean, helped me get through World Imperial Beauty.
Right.
Like Miss Dixon she actually reached out. I was sitting to her pageant last year for
Love
the other
it.
girls, and she came to me and she's like, "Oh my God, you're so tall."
Mm-hmm.
Da da da. Da. Like, I would want you to be my Miss for next year, and I was like, "You're
Right.
really serious."
Yeah.
And then she reached out at the beginning of the year, and I was like, "Oh." She's like serious. So she crowned me in March. We flew over to Orlando in July, and then boom.
I love
She
that.
was there every step of the way when we was in Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
We had our makeup done in her room. Shout out to Kashana. She did our makeup for the whole trip. So we'd have to wake up at 4, which I hated.
That's
Because
fine.
you know your girl loves
Yeah,
sleep.
yeah. You don't like people waking you up.
So, like, they made sure our garments were good. Dejanelle helped us get ready downstairs in the changing room. She made sure we got fixed correctly. Our hair, our makeup was touched up and everything. So they made the process a whole lot easier compared to some of the girls that I saw was getting ready by themselves. Like, some girls came to the competition
by themselves.
by themselves,
Yeah.
had to do their own hair, own makeup and everything. So sometimes, like, you look at that and be like, okay, you have, like, a solid backing behind you. So it made me feel better.
So compared to pageant stories and pageant experiences, and the reason why we have to talk about these things is, and big ups to Malik Bo. She is our Miss Universe Bahamas. She is from Grand Bahama as well, TTT. She will be coming here for an interview soon. We can look into that. But it's important to make sure I have these conversations so people don't know that every pageant isn't the same.
Yeah.
Because it was a big, I wouldn't say scandal, but a big outpouring of pageant queens and former queens complaining about certain pageant programs that we will not name for legal reasons. Talking about those like on Facebook and Instagram and talking about the bad experiences they had and why they had to turn in their titles. But from what I've seen here in Grand Bahama, that is not common
No.
at all.
Especially, no, not in Grand Bahama at all.
Right. And even though
Everyone
we ain't
makes
even
it
the place with all the
A
money.
family. Right.
NASA's one with all the money,
Right.
but it's like, why y'all having
Having
these
all the problems.
Right.
Like, why?
y'all- like, what's really going on?
Like, what's going on?
Our only problem is we ain't got the money.
Right.
Right. But one thing I have noticed is whenever Freeport girls and boys, women and men, travel, these win.
Yeah.
We have a lot
of
of
titles.
queens and kings with not just national titles, but international titles. And they cleaning up, like clean sweep. Seven, exactly, like 7 of the awards you won out of the whole entire competition, which is really, really big. What was the competition like in terms of the different categories you had to compete in so people could understand everything you had to prepare for?
Okay, so the competition for the mandatory section, it was fun fashion, gown, and interview.
Okay.
So that was 3 outfits I had to come up with.
Okay.
And then I decided to do all the optionals because I was like, go big or go home.
Right.
First international pageant. So I was like, okay, go big, go home, try everything. So I did model of the year, elite model, casual wear, culture wear, like everything they had other than spokesmodel because I hate speaking in public.
We gotta work on that, baby. That's why I have you here. Yeah, we gotta work on that.
It feels good. I did, and I actually won everything that I signed up for, which was kind of crazy because I wasn't expecting that.
Right.
So that gave me confidence. So what they did the optionals first. We had a gala to award the girls who won their optionals. So that was cool. And then that basically like relaxed us a lot during competition. And interview was not at the beginning of competition, but at the end. So everybody was already like calm, cool, settled in. So it made interview go way smoother than I thought that it was going to go as well.
Okay, that's good. I like that. That's such a good experience.
Yeah, it was.
I love
World
that.
Imperial Beauty's franchise makes it feel more of a sisterhood for sure. Like everyone got along. Everyone.
I like that. So we're going to take our next commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to get towards the end of this interview and ask Tati some more personal questions about her.
Yo, what's up, Bahamas? My name is Andrew Williams, aka Cat.
And I'm your boy Mix.
And we're representing Off the Bench, the #1 talk sportcast in the Bahamas.
In the world, my boy.
My bad partner. So we cover anything sports throughout the Bahamas. We cover our Bahamian athletes wherever they are, and they're making waves in sports. We cover them.
Hey, just tune in to us every Wednesday here on Superior Talk at 6:00 p.m.
The #1 talk show in the world, Craig.
Yes, you guys, we're back with Islandish Podcast. I ain't gonna lie, during these commercial breaks, we having big a kiki, big laughing. So, this crown look nice and big and heavy.
It is.
How does it feel?
It's very heavy. Very, very heavy. I'm scared to move my head most times.
Right.
But I love it.
I could tell. Your smile is so big and you look so happy and you look so beautiful. I have to give you your flowers. You really pushed really, really hard for this. You've been sending out sponsorship letters. You've been really working hard, and some of the things you even paid for yourself.
Right.
And trust me, as someone who has traveled and had to compete in a pageant and use your own money, I know that feeling, standing there, holding that person on, and then when they call your name and you win, it is like, trust me, you're like, nothing could beat that feeling.
Right.
Like when you spend all that money, you sacrifice
and then it
all
paid
that
off.
time,
I was like, huh.
And they at the mountain and they're like, boy, I know if they can pick me. I know if they can pick me. Then it's like, oh shoot, they
like,
picked me.
What?
Yeah,
see, and then like over there, they, like how typically when it's the last 2 girls, they call the winner instead of the first runner-up.
Oh, but my own day is called, but they call the first runner. That's old school,
right? But they called the first runner-up at this one,
right?
So it took a second.
Yeah.
It took a second to click when they called the other girl name. I was like, wait, I win?
Yeah.
And then I was like, no way! Like the amount of emotions would hit me at the same time was crazy.
Yeah, because I know you don't like to cry in public, but you couldn't help it.
Snotty.
Listen, I went on that clip. I screen record that. I have that saved. I posted that on your birthday, girl.
No.
How you mean? Patty snotty up winning this crown.
Boy.
I loved it, but I know that feeling, and it's such an awarding feeling, and it puts a boost of confidence, and it just makes you feel like it's almost like when you do something for the first time, and after you do it that first time, you could do it again. Like going on a roller coaster or jumping off a cliff. You scared at first, but after you do it, and you do it well, and you win, you feel like you could almost do anything.
Anything, yeah.
And that's a feeling that pageantry gives a lot of men and women. Like, it really is a big confidence booster. Because honestly, I've never been in a pageant and not won. Unfortunately, God is good. Thank you, Jesus. But that feeling of winning, it's a really, really good feeling. But big ups to everybody who don't win the first time, but keep going and keep doing it again, because that's what it really is about. It's about pushing for the things you want and making it all the way to the end.
Right.
But what I want to talk to you about is you're a bit of an unorthodox queen in terms of the regular degular because of your locks. So I want to hear what is that like, or what responses or changes people usually come to you about when it comes to your hairstyle.
Okay, so prime example with the recent pageant, it was actually a lot of positivity towards my hair.
I love
because
that.
everyone was like, I've never seen a queen with locks, and your locks are so long and pretty. Can I, like, everyone wanted to touch my hair.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you know how I go with my hair.
Yeah,
Like,
Tati don't let you touch your hair.
don't touch my hair. And I'm like, sure.
Yes.
And then I go in the room and I'm like, so it was like a lot of positive feedback on my locks. And then when I participated in the Keys Conference's model search, I think that was November of 2023, I had one of the scouts ask me if I'd cut my locks to make money. Yeah.
Right.
Like, I would do it for you. Like, that's no problem, because you know me. I wanted to cut my locks.
Yes, I remember you was
But,
having that debate in your head.
So it's like, I want to do it. I want to experience something new. This is the time to do it. I'm young. I'm, like, trying new stuff. So yeah, I don't mind.
And then you could always cut them and put them back in.
Put them in. Yeah.
Yeah, that's your hair.
Literally, I
people
grew
just be
them
back
from
doing it with Remy, so why not? That's your hair,
Right.
off of your hair. You
Exactly.
can put it right
I'm gonna
back
put
in
it
later on. Right. Okay, because I wanted to ask that because I know a lot of times, especially in this day and age, beauty trends are definitely changing and opening up a lot more for African Americans. You see a lot of women in Miss Teen and Miss Universe and all these other stuff with more Afrocentric hairstyles. So that's very important, especially for young girls, to be able to identify with that. Like, oh, she have on a crown and she have locks like me. I love it. So I think you should keep them.
Yeah.
You know how I feel about
Yeah,
your
I know,
locks.
I know.
I love your locks. I love your hair. And it's such a big part of your personality. And it
Definitely.
really ties together how resilient you are. That's what I see when I see you with the locks.
Aw.
Don't cry, girl. Not right now. We almost finished. We almost there.
They can't see.
Right. So what are some initiatives and things that you want to start or do in the Grand Bahama community while you have this title?
I want to do a few, for sure, I want to do a few talks with different schools about my marine project, because I feel like growing up in the Bahamas, we are not educated on, like, our marine ecosystems at all. All we are told are we have beautiful beaches and tourists come here to see that. But if we don't take care of our marine environment, what tourists are going to come?
Right.
So I want to educate some of the younger students coming up, like, hey, you should probably lean into the marine field just so you could be that, other person other than me to, like, help revamp or, like, bring more awareness to our marine ecosystems here in Bahamas.
I love that. So my other question would be, as it relates to you and your passion for marine biology, after your title, what are your plans as it relates to that? Or what are your goals, especially education and career-wise?
Well, I am estimated to graduate my bachelor's in 2027. Yes. And I actually want to maybe venture off into my entrepreneur segment where I want to do my farm that I was telling you about. Yep. So if I get backing on that, once I come out and do my independent studies, I am full on in that.
I love that. So would it be farming in terms of like coral farming or farming in terms of agricultural?
No, fish farming.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't want to grow corals. I want to grow, for instance, I want to do lobster.
Okay.
So from my research so far, lobster is a very hard thing to grow, which is kind of crazy because I feel like they're scavengers and they eat anything. So for me to, like, do that research and learn about that, it was pretty interesting to learn. And then, conch naturally takes forever to grow, so I won't want to do that. I do something more so like lane snapper, strawberry grouper, stuff like that. I want to grow just to help our fisheries to actually replenish itself on the reefs,
right.
preservation of our reefs, and then obviously to help consumer intake. So for people to be able to enjoy fresh fish from my farm would be a dream, because that is something that I really want to pour my heart into. Coming out with my associates, I actually had a whole, like, proposal put together, prices of my tanks and stuff like that, and then Dorian came and took all of that.
Well,
Right.
now we
So now I'm going to start over,
right?
because I'm resilient.
Yes.
I'm going to start over, put my project back together, and then hopefully get the backing that I want, and then we're all in.
I love that. That's it, girl. Be your own boss.
Right.
You know, you was a queen. You
Right.
can't take no steps back and everyone
Right.
tell you what to do. Run your own
Definitely.
business. I'm into that. So my other question as we start to wrap up, what are some things we could look forward to seeing you do or be a part of, or how can we follow your journey right now as you hold this title?
Okay, so they created pages for us on Instagram and Facebook with my title. So on Instagram and Facebook, if you look up on Instagram, WIB Miss, MISS, you would see me in my dress. You could follow that page, and then you can follow on Facebook as World Imperial Beauty Miss 2025. And that is where I post my journey. I post between 2 to 3 times a week on each platform. And then sometimes we post on TikTok as well.
Okay, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
And you working so well. You trying to get yourself out there. You making a lot of appearances, and you are looking beautiful while you do it.
you.
I am really, really proud of you. You're truly doing your thing, and I definitely want to collaborate with you on some stuff
Yeah,
as
for sure.
well this year, because I feel like a lot of young girls really don't have, you know, someone to look up to
Mhm.
and someone to really guide them about certain things. A lot of times we feel like, oh, they should know that. When really and truly,
They don't.
yeah, it's a lot of
Because-
information out there, but people really ain't. You know, sometimes you have to hold their hand and carry them through certain things. So a lot of stuff that I want to do and we want to do here at Islandish is a lot of things like job readiness, preparing for college, understanding how to not just be a lady, but also be your own woman and be a leader.
Indeed.
Yeah, I feel
I
like
am
a lot
down.
of young girls are falling prey to, all right, I get pregnant for this boy and now he taking care of me and now I stuck with him because it's
You
like,
ain't
know,
stuck.
Right.
I am here to tell you that you are not stuck.
Yes.
You can always get out of the situation.
Right. So that's something I really want to start to push, especially in our rural areas and areas where a lot of young girls really don't have the support they want to have, especially with the children's home and things like that. So we're definitely going to get
Yeah,
something
for sure.
planned before the end of the year, leading up probably closer towards Christmas after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So we're going to do something around that time. And if any of you watching want to be involved, y'all know how to reach out to us, Islandish242. But while you're here, make sure you subscribe to the Superior Talk page so you know about all of the other podcasts on this network. And you're always tuning into Islandish Podcast. But definitely, Tati, let them know how they can reach out to you. If they want to reach you out for bookings, they want you to
Right.
come and speak at their school, at their church, all these other good stuff. How can they reach out to you?
Facebook, my personal one, Tatyana Lockhart, Tatyana with a Y, not an
Yes.
I, one N. Instagram, like I said, we have a WIB Miss page. Facebook, you can reach out to me on the World Imperial Beauty Miss page as well. And then you could feel free to, like I said, shoot me a message on Facebook and I'll give you my number, give you my email and everything just for us to connect better.
Definitely. And I am so happy. And you do have to get to class, so
Yes.
I can make sure you on time. It ain't gonna be no, oh, I was on an interview, that's why I was late. Education comes first.
Right.
So I do want to tell you congratulations again.
Thank you.
Continue to do well on your campaign, on your journey with your platform and everything that you're doing. The world is your oyster. And last but certainly not least, you doing Miss Universe or what?
Yes, I plan to do Miss Universe
Hey!
after I graduate with my bachelor's.
That's it, after you graduate.
Right.
Because the real true thing of pageantry is
Pageantry is a lot of work. A
Yeah.
lot of people do not see the blood, sweat, and tears. And oh my God, the blisters.
The blisters on
Nobody
your foot.
see any of that. They just see us on stage, dressed. Nobody sees the fittings and the a million needle pricks with you getting your garments made. But it is all worth it in the end.
Yes, most definitely. So make sure you guys are definitely tuning into Miss Tatyana Lockhart. Continue to do well. And we are definitely going to see you guys next week for another episode of Islandish Podcast. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And I hope you enjoyed this amazing conversation. See you next time. Peace out.